Welcome to Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. I just realized I did all my intro with the microphone on mute, so I'll do a very abbreviated one. It's the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Knights. Two teams separated by a single point in the league standings. Stars with a record of 9 wins, 3 losses, 3 ties. Knights come into this game with 9 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. Knights led by Evan Comey and Brody Cunningham with 16 points. Gunnar Smith with 15 points. Henry Zwillingberg with 14 points right behind them. But they have a lineup and a roster that's capable of scoring. Anybody on this team is capable of putting the puck in the net. Expect to see Trent Smith in goal for the Knights. He's played 12 of their 14 games and comes into this game with a 2.38 goals against average. Expect a physical one here tonight. These two teams, when they play, they can get rough, they can get physical, but it's always a lot of fun. Knights won the first meeting this year. The second meeting was a 4-4 tie. So look for a fun game. We'll be back in a moment with the starting lineups and the opening face-off. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. Well, I already had a couple malfunctions with my mute button, so I'll try to do better than that. No introduction to the starting lineups. We're going to go straight to the opening face-off now that the national anthem's done. A couple lineup notes here for the Stars. Weston Glendenning is not in the lineup tonight, nor is Oliver Sanders, and Jackson Riggs still out with his injury. Tyler Collis will come up and be on the line with Justin Schutzler and Ben Grant. That'll be your starting lineup for the Stars here this evening. And for the Knights, it will be Smith, Sanders, and Comey. The 3 offensive starters for the Kansas City Knights. Teams lining up in the circle. And we're underway. Stars send it in off the opening face-off. The puck goes around behind the net. Knights in their all-black jerseys with the black numbers against the gray trim. It's hard to see those numbers sometimes. Zwillingberg with the puck up the right wing side, carries it down in the corner, now behind the net. Picked up there by, who was that? Sanders had it knocked away. The Stars get it out of the zone. The Stars wearing their white sweaters with the blue and white trim, or the blue and red trim, I should say. Comey with it. Pass off a stick into the Star zone. Banked off the boards by Emily. Grant couldn't reach it. And Comey has it back at his own blue line. Plays it off the board. Smith knocked it down. Sanders picks it up and carries it into the zone. Sanders tried to get around the defender. Good play by Emily. They're poking away. Kept in by Comey at the point. Here's a shot. And that's played to the corner. Caleb Weddle set in goal for the Stars, making his first save of the game. Poked away. Spiker almost caught up to it, but had it knocked off his stick. And Zwillingberg will carry it back into the zone. Had it knocked off his stick, now regains possession, plays it to the corner. Grabbed there by Jensen. Long pass up to Spiker. Spiker tried to get it to Gorder. Good play by one of the Knights to knock it away. Spiker gets it back, then gets tied up. Gorder picks up the puck, but Spiker was still in the zone, and the Stars whistled for an offside. Dunlop and Schimmel will square off in the face-off circle. The puck comes back to Tillery. Had it knocked off his stick. Here's Dunlop up the left-hand side. Still with the puck. Trying to play it across. A good play by Hicks to deny the entry pass. Puck along the boards. Played back to the point. Macklin keeps it in. Here's a shot that's wristed wide. Back to the point. A shot along the ice. That went wide. It comes back. McGlynn plays it down low to, let's see who that was for the Knights. The Stars get it back out. And number 53, that's Caleb Brown. Played ahead. Now Gorder will send it back in. This will go in on net. Smith will play it over to the side. Long pass from center. Morton backhands to try to get it to McCray. It was off his stick. Fortner and McCray bump into the boards. Puck ends up behind the net, swung around the boards by Brown and back out. Karsten Reuter will have it there for the Stars. Reuter circles it around, gets bumped there by Fortner, gets hauled down. Stars fans wanted a penalty. They won't get a call. McRae got spun around but plays it ahead. McRae gets knocked down and backhands it out of the zone. And looks like we're going to have one of those games that's going to be very physical. And we'll see how it's officiated. Schutzler has it, poked away, grabbed there by the Knights. Fortner ahead to number 25. That's can't see his name. Puck down to the corner. A couple players battle for it. Reuter puts a body on one of the Knights. 25 plays it back to the point. Comey sends it to the corner. One of the Knights gets upended, no call. We've already had a couple plays that could have easily been calls on both teams. There's a centering pass, and it's sent wide. Cunningham at the point. Cunningham at the top of the circle, backhands it toward the net, looking for a redirect. Puck loose out in front of the net, now played to the corner. Emily and 91 going to the boards. Swan comes away with it for the Stars behind the net and flips it up over the glass and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Stars' end. Richter in the circle for the Knights against Tyler Collis. He's played several games for the varsity coming up from the JV and has done a really, really good job. Grant overskated the puck loose along the boards. Tillery comes away, tripped ahead, tried to get it to Susler, but the puck took a funny bounce off the board, sent into the Knights' end. Comey has it there, avoids a forechecker, and carries it up through center. Evan Comey with it into the Star zone, carries it wide, avoids the check, back to the point, now tipped out of the zone. Got a race for the puck between Goins and Schutzler. Goins plays it ahead, it hits the traffic there. Schutzler gets it for the Stars and sends it deep into the Knights' end. Clock for some reason is off. I don't know if maybe I'm gonna hold off and pause it here as I'm about 30 seconds ahead of the clock. Goins up the left wing side. Oh, right through the goal crease, tapped away by Weddlestedt, and Goins comes away with it for the Stars. Collis ahead into the corner for Gorder. Tough to see down in the corners at this rink. Up the left-hand side, Handers gets knocked down. Now my clock's set up. Morrison had it knocked off his stick, flipped ahead by Spiker. Spiker chased it down with Gorder. Spiker tried to get around the defender, gets taken into the boards. A good check there by Goins. Puck behind the net, sent around the boards. Emily not able to keep it in, and Cunningham plays it up there ahead. Smith. Smith comes back to get it, now sends it back to Comey. Is that Comey? No, that's number 19. Played back to number 19. Gorder intercepts the pass, sends it in just wide of the goal. Puck caroms off the back of the net. Schimmel pinching in around behind the net. Spiker gets it back to the point. There's a shot that's blocked by Gorder. Puck to the corner. And the Knights bring it up the left-hand side. It's Smith to the backhand. Sends it around behind the net. Centering attempt. That was deflected off a stick to the corner. Played back to the point, kept in. Sent across, intercepted by Gorder. Gets it to Swan. Swan had McRae. You didn't see him. Swan still with it. Tried to get it to McRae. It was off his stick. McRae chases it along the boards, back behind the net for Swan. Swan to the near side corner, cycles it down low to McRae. Puck ends up behind the net. Played up the boards, kept in by Hicks. Off a stick, into the corner. Round. Reuter there for the Stars. Puck ends up behind the net. Still behind the goal now. Comes into the side of the net. Centering it up. The puck went right through the slot area. Hicks sends it toward the net. Right along the ice. And a save made by Smith and played to the corner. Swan looking for a pass. That was blocked away. And the Knights able to clear it out of the zone. Hicks almost misplayed it. Now takes a bump into the boards by Smith. Number 16 has it there behind the net. Still with the puck on the backhand. Throws it in the slot area. Reuter was there for the Stars to clear it out of danger. Hit traffic, ended up behind the net. McLean will keep it in at the point, sends it back behind the goal. Reuter with 2 Knights on him. Good play by Spiker to help out up to Morton. Morton played it ahead. It was off the stick of Grant. Sent in. That'll be saved and held by Weddlestedt. Face-off, Stars not able to clear it. The puck's deflected up into the netting over the glass. Ah, jeez. Well, I messed up the clock here. We got 7:35. I'll try to fix it here as we go. I'm not sure why my clock is off to begin with. Schutzler flips it ahead. It's gloved down by Comey. Comey backhands it ahead. Tried to get it to Larson. Larson able to chip it in deep. And Tyler Colas behind the net plays it around the boards for Schutzler. Schutzler. Long pass is going to be too far, and that will be whistled for an icing. The faceoff will come back in the Stars' end. Played to the corner behind the net. Tillery sends it up the boards for the Stars. Kept in the zone. Tillery got it back. That's McGlynn in there battling for the Knights. Good play by Tillery to pickpocket him. Tillery had the puck end up behind him. McGlynn on a good back check. And now played across. Brown sends it in too deep. That's going to be an icing call against the Knights. Now we got the clock lined up, 6:43 to play opening period. Knights and Stars from the Independence Event Center on the community ice. And folks, I think you could hang meat in here and it would not go bad for a long time. Brown sends it around the boards. Sanders for the Knights. Sanders with it. Sanders tried to play it to center, lost the puck. Emily banks it off the boards and back out to center. Circling it there was Brown into the Stars' end. Emily picks it up for the Stars over to Hicks. Hicks cross-ice pass to Spiker. Up to Schimmel off his stick. McGlynn will chase it down for the Knights. Plays it behind the net for Brown. Brown sends it around the boards for Kukine. Kukine fanned on his pass. Schimmel overskates the puck along the boards. Schimmel able to send it in now. Back behind the net, Brown with Gorder on the forecheck. Gorder with the body on Brown. Puck along the boards, grabbed there by Zwillingberg. Cross-ice pass to Smith. Smith, right wing side, a good poke check by Swan. Loose puck grabbed by Smith, and bouncing puck not able to be held in by Brown, and the Stars will send this in. It's going to go just wide of the goal, and Smith will wisely put the glove down as Spiker was in on the forecheck. Face-off will be in the Knights' end. I want to welcome everyone who's watching. Thank you for tuning in this evening, whether you're watching live or on the replay. All Stars game stream live on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel. Loose puck is poked to the corner. Played up the boards. Tillery with it. Tillery. He gets checked, centering it. Puck right over puck. Here's a shot to save. And Smith had it. I think it was Morton who was right out in front. Got a good shot off. And a really good save by Trent Smith. Out the face off, the puck tied up in the circle. Clearing attempt held in by Chiller. He sends it toward the net. Deflects wide of the goal. Banked off the boards. Reuter keeps it over to Schutzler. Schutzler tries to dangle it around. Had it poked away. Reuter to McCray. McCray skates it in. Sends it in. Rebound off the stick of Swan. He was right out in front. A save made by Smith. Centering attempt. McCray was there with a puck just off his stick. Poked in by Chiller. He still kept in the zone. Now it comes out. And the Stars able to get it back out to center. Loose puck. There's a hit by Chillery on number 23. Puck ends up in the far side corner. Played ahead. Grant not able to keep it in, but the Stars were making a change. Emily back in his own blue line. Pass too far. Now Grant skates ahead, picks it up. Grant into the zone over to Schutzler. Schutzler flips it toward the net. Smith had it bounce off his stick to the corner, and then puck played out of the zone. Emily will fire it right back in. Around behind the net. Grabbed there by number 68. Plays it ahead. A pass off the boards too far for Dunlop. Right check on the boards. Boucher lost it. Schutzler skates it in. Schutzler with a shot. Save. Rebound right out in front. And Smith will put the glove down and cover it up. .353 to play opening period. No score. Friday evening hockey between the Stars and the Knights. Face-off controlled by the Knights. Emily fell down, able to keep it and gets over to Gorder, but he lost his balance as he tried to spin around to the puck out of his own. Schimmel brings it back in, and Gorder was still in the zone, so we're going to have an offside against the Stars. Face off just outside the Knight zone, right down, kind of right down in front of us. We're almost at ice level here on the community ice side. There's only 2 or 3 rows of seats. So we set up the camera here very close to that. Puck along the boards. Dunlop had it poked away. Over skated. Now Dunlop plays it back to Cunningham. Off the skate of Banks. Banks sends it in. Riggs blew a tire. Banks got it back, but Riggs recovered nicely. Clear but not out. Now Cunningham not able to keep it in. He has to chase it back. Comey sends it back into the Stars end. Too far for Dunlop. Stars send it back into the Knights end. Comey back to retrieve it. On the far side corner. Comey will now retreat behind his own net and play it ahead too far for number 23. Flip ahead, bouncing puck over Comey, over to Gorder. Gorder threw it into the slot area. Bouncing puck picked up by Cunningham. Played over to Dunlop. Back to Cunningham into the Stars end. Here's a shot, and that'll be gloved and held by Caleb Weddlestadt. Face off, it's Sanders. Puck off out to the blue line, comes back into the slot area. Here's a chance for Fortner. He had it knocked off his stick. Fortner gets it back, sends it toward the net. Blocked away nicely by Swan. Picks with the puck behind the net. Up for McCray. McCray chips it along the boards. Reuter has it. Reuter gets it out, and Brown will back in his own zone to retrieve it. Too far from Glenn. Bouncing puck picked up by Swan. Swan to the backhand sends it, and a pad save made by Smith. Centering attempt by Morton. McCray was there, but he got tied up. Knights come away with it. Pass over to number 25. Can't see his name. It goes in on net, and that'll be held by Weddlestadt. 25, Charlie Larson for the Knights. Exactly 2 minutes to play in this opening period. Been a fast-paced game. some good hits so far. It's been physical. No penalties called as yet. The referee letting these two teams play. Centering attempt is blocked by Paulus. Now loose puck picked up. Here's a shot that's lifted off the glass. Centering attempt right out in front. Good play by Collis to poke that away. Sorry, that was Jensen. Collis behind the net with one of the Knights. Puck to the corner. Tillery had it roll off his stick. Knights have it. Centering attempt deflected off a skate. Susla not able to clear it. But Collis there to pick it up for the Stars. Collis up the right wing side into the Knights' end. Collis behind that. Threw it right out in front. Tried to get it to Grant. He cleared away. Here's a chance for Tillery. A shot. He lifted it off the glass. Down by the score! Puck there off the glass. And the Stars are taking a 1-0 lead. With a minute 14 to play in the first period. Jackson Tillery with the goal for the Stars. Number 5 on the year for Jackson Tillery. We'll see. I don't think they announce him here, so I'm not sure we'll get all the scoring until later on, but it'll all be on the podcast. I'll keep everyone up to date. Puck still in the zone. Now it's knocked off there. Brown back to help out for the Knights. Sends it up the boards. Looks like a funny bounce. Good play by Gorder to keep it in. Under a minute to play now. It's played ahead off the stick of Fortner. Emily's pass. Fortner got his stick on it. Fortner and Emily, the puck loose. McGlynn has it there. Fortner got knocked down. McGlynn with it behind the net. Looking for a pass. Puck still behind the net. One player's getting tied up. The Stars clear but not out. Smith keeps it in off a stick. Spiker backhands it out. The Stars have an odd man. That's 3-on-1. Now it's 3-on-2. Spiker with a shot. He lifted it high off the glass. Ruder sends it toward the net. That deflects in on goal, and Smith gets the glove out and covers it up. .21 1/10 to play in the opening period. Face off to the left of the Knights' goal. Puck to the corner. Played around behind the net. Spiker will get it in the corner. 15 seconds to play in the period. Centering attempt intercepted by Comey. Comey back the other way, 2-on-2. Here's a pass over to Banks. Banks with a nice move. Banks with a shot and a save. A great save made by Weddlestead as Banks had it. Weddlestead got the pad across and denied the scoring opportunity with 4 1/10 to play. A great pass by Comey over to Banks. The Weddlestead was equal to it. Face off to the left of the goal. Off the face off is here's a shot that's off the glass. The puck come around the boards, and the horn sounds ending the first period. Our score at the end of one period: the Kansas City Stars 1, the Kansas City Knights nothing. We'll be back in a moment for the second period. You're watching Kansas City Stars high school hockey. Teams about to get set to start the second period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League. Varsity action, Kansas City Stars and Kansas City Knights from the Independent Event Center in Independence, Missouri. Stars with the only goal in that game. Jackson Tillery with his 5th of the year with a minute 14 remaining in that period. No carryover penalties. We'll start at full strength for both teams. Shots on goal in that opening period, 9 for the Stars and 4 for the Knights. Smith, Swan, they'll line up in the face-off circle. And the second period is underway. Stars control it. It's Hicks with the puck. He banks it off the boards from McCray. McCray trying to get it ahead. It comes back to McCray over to Swan into the zone. Swan with a shot. Save made. Puck came right out in front. Still loose. Now sent wide of the goal. Looks like Smith might have got handcuffed on that shot. And it came in as a bit of a knuckler. Sanders with it. Sanders avoids the check. Now retreats back near his own blue line and sends it ahead. Played into the Stars end by Cunningham. Cunningham and Morton behind the net. Cunningham comes away with a puck, looking for a pass, threw it out in front. A good play by, who is that? Swan to deny that. Now here's the pass out in front. Comey was there. Comey gets it back, and a nice save by Weddlestead on a wrist shot by Evan Comey. Smith and Schimmel in the circle this time. And now we had a false start, so we'll try it again. Now we're underway. The puck along the boards controlled by the Knights. Zwillingberg tried to tee one up, had his stick lifted. Loose puck right out in front. Here's a chance. And they score. Smith with the goal on a deflection that got underneath the pads of Caleb Weddlestead. Second of the year for Gunnar Smith. That ties the game with 13:57 to play. Shot that looked like it was deflected along the ice and got between the pads. Played in the zone. Good play by Reuter to get back on defense for the Stars. Taken in the boards by Boucher. Back to the point, kept in. Sent along the boards. Deflects out to the top of the circle. Dunlop with it. Dunlop, tough angle shot. Bad save by Weddlestead. Puck came out. Tipped ahead by ran up to Schutzler. Schutzler had it knocked off his stick. The puck's still not in the zone. Now the Stars able to send it in. Played around the boards. It's Dunlop had to tip it ahead. It hit Grant. Stars regain possession. It's Tillery backhands it up over the head. And some quick moves by the referee and linesman to avoid having their heads taken off on that entry by Tillery. Face off to the left of the Stars' goal. Back to the point. It's Comey with it. Plays it across. Here's a chance. And a shot fan down. I couldn't see who had it, but had it just left of the goal. Oh, a shot sent toward the net. That hit Weddlestead. He lost control of it, or lost sight of it. Puck to the corner, though. Smith battling along the boards. Here's a shot that hit one of the Knights on the puck to the corner. Spiker, he takes a check along the boards. Spiker gets mixed up with one of the Knights. Here's a shot along the ice behind the goal. Now the puck played back to the corner. Flipped ahead. Cunningham keeps it in. His shot was blocked. And Jensen will grab it and fire at the length of the ice. Face off and played ahead to Schimmel. Schimmel will send this one down, and we'll have another icing call this against the Stars. It'll bring the face off back in the Stars' end. We'll line it up right in that same spot. Face off to the right of Weddlestead. Players getting into the circle just a bit early. Up to the top of the circle. Stars not able to clear it. Jensen had it. Puck ends up behind the net. Now Spiker with it. Spiker banks it off the boards. Gets up to Gorder. Stars have a 2-on-1. Gorder with Schimmel. Gorder with a shot. And that's a nice glove save by Smith. Gorder and Schimmel had the 2-on-1. Gorder, I think, wisely took the shot as the defenseman had the passing lane pretty well covered up. And Smith saw it all the way into the glove. Face off now to the right of the Knights goal. To the corner. Fired around the boards. Kept in by Reuter. Reuter with a nice move. Reuter to the forehand, a wrister. And that'll be gloved and held by Smith. Shot that looked like it probably was a little high, but Smith showing off the glove off the face-off is grabbed. There now played ahead. Sanders circles it there with Zwillingberg. Sanders is still with the puck. Gets around one defender, now another defender. Puck loose in the slot area. Zwillingberg comes away with it. Tried to get over the Sanders, but the Stars knock it away. And back the other way is Seton Swan. Had it taken away. A good back check by Zwillingberg. Swan pickpockets him. Threw it right out in front. McRae was there. Morton was there. The puck bounced over his stick. Knights still not able to clear it. Now the puck does come out of the zone. Kicked ahead and grabbed there by Dunlop. Dunlop shot along the ice is deflected to the near side corner. Couple players signing up, bouncing puck. Stars still haven't gotten it out of the zone. And now Hicks will get it ahead to McRae. McRae up the left wing side. McRae with a nice move. McRae with a shot. And one of the back checkers got his stick on it and deflected it wide of the goal. Meanwhile, Sanders back the other way, trying to patch it. Fan down it, loose puck grabbed by Schutzler. Schutzler trying to get around the defender. Schutzler with a nice move. Schutzler in. Schutzler got the shot off, but got tied up at the last moment. And Smith was able to make the save. Now Schutzler with it again. Schutzler with another nice move. Had it poked off his stick momentarily. Still with the puck. It's checked into the boards there by Boucher. Here's a shot by Collis. That was deflected through the goal crease. Jensen pinching down, takes a hit along the boards. One of the Knights lost their stick. There's a piece of lumber laying in the stick. Now he picks it back up. Played back in the Stars. And Hick fan on the shot. Here's Sanders with the steal. Sanders circles it to the bottom of the circle. Plays it across. But a good poke check by Jensen. Puck still in the Stars' end. Dunlop with it. Dunlop behind the net, trying to stuff it in. But Schuster was there for the Stars to deny that and get it out of the zone. Grant right down in front of us here. Puck played ahead, and Morrison had it bounce off his stick. Banks reaches back for it. Banks stays into the zone, shot along the ice, and that'll be save made by Weddlestead off the pad, and he puts the glove down and covers it up. Face off to the left of the Stars goal, 9:42 to play, second period. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity action between the Stars and the Knights. Poked ahead is grabbed there by Brown. Up to Smith off his stick. Reuter backhands it up. It's played ahead. Spiker with it. Spiker had it poked off his stick. Now regains possession along the wall. Sends it toward the net. That was blocked, and back the other way come the Knights. That's Brown with it into the zone. Knocked off his stick to the corner. Played around the boards. Brown gets it. Try to center it. That hit a star, and Truett Spiker will grab it there for the Stars. A couple nifty little moves to avoid some defenders, and backhands it there. Carson Reuter will have to chase it down. Now plays it across. Spiker chopped it down, but had it roll off his stick. Spiker puts a hit on Dunlop and knocks him down to the ice. Here's a pass ahead to Spiker. Spiker's got Gorder cutting toward the net. Down in the corner, Spiker with it. Spiker throws it right out front. Schimmel got tied up and couldn't control it. Now the puck to the boards. Backhanded out. Reuter has it for the Stars. He'll backhand it up and hit Fortner. Fortner puts a body on Reuter. Puck around behind the net. Gorder will get there for the Stars. I'm not sure the defenseman knew Gorder was there. He really wasn't going after very hard. Now Swan with a nice aggressive play. Over to Gorder. Gorder with a shot, and he sent it wide to the far side. Hicks over to Spiker. His pass deflected off a couple of Knights, and Knights able to get it out of the zone. Tillery plays it up. Good play by Larson. Played up the boards by Hicks. Too far there. Kept in by Sanders. Loose puck along the boards. Tillery scales it up around and out of the zone. Comey spins it back in for the Knights as they're making a change. Now ahead to McCray. 2-on-1 with Morton. McCray, a good play by Comey to poke it away. McCray gets it back. Centering attempt. But Smith was down there, hit his skate and played to the corner. Smith picks it up for the Knights. Swan doing a good job on forechecking. A big hit by McCray on Sanders. Puck along the boards right in front of us. McCray had it. Now it comes out to center. You can't see the puck when it's right down in front of us, so hard to tell exactly where it is. Swan back to Emily. Emily fanned on the pass, gets it back. Gets it ahead to Morton. Morton into the zone. Morton had it poked off his stick. Good defensive play there by Cunningham. Sanders with it. Sanders fanned on the shot, was trying to get a screen, but whiffed on the shot. Cunningham keeps it into the point. Shot and a pad save to the corner by Weddlestedt. Good hit by Emily along the boards, and Sanders still with it. His shot is deflected over the net along the boards. Knights still control it. Zwillingbird with it. Zwillingbird in the high slot, had it poked off the stick. The puck comes out of the zone. Hicks and Zwillingbird battling for it. Zwillingbird plays it back. Long pass across to Comey. Comey banks it off the boards and into the zone. Emily will get there first with Zwillingbird on the forecheck. Comey doing a good job keeping it in the zone, but the Stars able to clear, and that'll be sent in by Schutzler. Played to the corner by Smith. Kept in by Collis, sent toward the net. That'll be stick save there by Smith as it went down in goal, and he'll put the glove down and cover it up. Face off, it's battle for it at the circle, still loose now. Collis comes away with it. Collis tried to get over to Grant, but he sent it wide of the goal. Schutzler with a couple of Knights centering a pass, intercepted back the other way. Come the Knights, played over to Goins. Goins with a nice route, try to get around the defender, gets stood up in the slot area. A loose puck grab there by Tyler Collis. Collis off the boards, gets it up to Grant. Grant's got Schutzler over to Schutzler, back to Grant. Grant tried to get over, sends it with a shot! And a great pad save by Smith. Smith has been sharp in this game. Played back toward the net. Now we got a penalty coming up. It'll be the first call of the game. It's going to be a roughing call. And this is going to go against the Knights. So with 5:39 to play, rather, the Stars will go on the Fireball power play for the first time in this game. All Kansas City Star power play brought to you by Fireball, the preferred cinnamon whiskey for all Kansas City Stars high school hockey parents. Time of the penalty, 9:21 of the second period. Cunningham with the puck behind the net, swings it around the boards, off the glass. It's going to be kept in by Spiker. Spiker sends it down to the corner. Corner has it. One of the Stars lost a stick. Centering pass. Schimmel just picked up a stick, fanning on the shot. Puck still in the zone. Stars doing a good job of keeping it in. Now they'll have to reset as the puck comes outside the blue line. And circling back near his own blue line is Ashton Schimmel off the boards for Border. Border patiently waiting in, plays it across. The puck deflected back to him along the boards and now sent the length of the ice by the Knights. Smith on the forecheck. Good play by Weddlestedt to play it ahead to Jensen. Jensen ahead to Border. Grant with a shot along the ice and a stick save. Behind the net, centering attempt. Puck loose to the side of the net, picked up by the Knights. Comey with it. Comey will fire it around behind the goal. Jensen will keep it into the point. Jensen sends it back behind the net. Schimmel not able to get it. Comey will gobble it up for the Knights and skate it out of the zone. Pass Larson intercepted back the other way. We got another penalty coming up, and this one's going to go against the Stars. It's going to be an interference call to Jimmy Gorder. Time of the penalty, 10:39 of the second period. So we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 43 seconds, and the Knights will go on their first power play of the game, barring any other penalties between now and then. Face off in the Stars end, played to the corner, backhanded around behind by McGlynn to the corner, played up to McCray. McCray tied in there by McGlynn. McCray came away with it, but Dunlop sends it back toward the Stars net. Reuter there for the Stars to bank it off the boards, too far for Swan. Brown retreats back to his own line. Now swings up the center, off the boards, loose puck grab there by Reuter. Reuter into the zone. Reuter looking for a pass, has McCray in the front of the net. Tried to center it, but had a stick tied up. Kept in by Tillery along the wall. Tillery sends it toward the net. Knocked away by the Knights. Back to Tillery. Tillery another shot. They hit a Knight and bounces to the corner. Knights penalty's over, so they're on the power play now. Power play for another minute 10. Long pass up ahead to Smith. Up the left wing side for the Knights. Smith had to throw it to the center. Had to get it to number 23, back to the point. Lynn's pass was to the corner, now comes to the far side board. Swan doing a good job. Ties up Smith. Smith comes away with it out. Smith right out front. The shot hit the goalpost, and the puck came out. For a second I thought it might have gone in, but the puck hit the goalpost, and off the rebound, Weddleset able to cover it up. I'll keep up with the shots on goal, but they wrongly give the Knights a shot on goal there. A shot that hits the goalpost is not a shot on goal. But we'll keep up with what's on the scoreboard. There's Comey with it. Comey near the right-hand point. Skates across the blue line. Along the ice pad save made by Weddleset. Smith in the corner. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Pass through the slot area. Here's a tough angle shot that's deflected up over the glass and out of play. Off the face-up, bouncing puck. Bounces over Cunningham's stick and back out the center. The Knights have to reset. Cunningham brings it back in. A good play by Grant. Take the puck away and spin it back down deep into the Knights' end with 7 seconds left on the penalty. Penalty's over. Stars back at full strength. Comey with it. Looking for a pass. Had it taken away by Gorder. Not sure what he was trying to do there. If he was trying to slingshot it back to Cunningham. Gorder sent it toward the net and got it on goal. Puck still in the zone. Now it's cleared away. Pass off Comey. Hicks banks it off the net. Zwillingberg comes away with it. Zwillingberg backhands it to Comey. Comey will carry it into the Stars zone. Right wing side. Toward the slide area. Hit a skate. Smith sends it down to the corner. Knights still control the puck. Good play by number 16. Oh, we got a hit along the boards, and Stars got away with one there, I think. Knights fans screaming for a penalty, but they're not going to get the call. Hicks sends it across. Here's Emily with it. Emily ahead to Grant. Grant up inside. Grant with a shot, and that'll be gobbled up and held by Smith. Referee letting him play tonight. I think the Stars got away with one there, and it looked like a hit from behind. We've had several like that. Reuter from the point, fanned off the stick, off the heel of his stick. Battle for the puck along the board. Now played around behind the net. Spiker, centering attempt. Corner with it. Corner time. He scores! Jimmy Gorder over the shoulder. Stars are taking a 2-1 lead with a minute 10 left in the second period. Number 12 on the year for Jimmy Gorder. Stars regain the lead 2-1. Off the face off the center, Schimmel with it. Schimmel sends it in off a skate. Brown up ahead off too far for Larson. Reuter and Sanders playing for it. Sanders lost an edge there. Nice still control. Centering pass with a chance. Back in. Wide of the goal. Centering attempt at the side of the net. Cut to the corner. Centering attempt. Spiker doing a good job of clearing that away. Stars still not getting it out of the zone. Now they do get it back out the center. Several players over skating. A loose puck. Nobody seems to want to control it. And now Sanders finally does. Sanders takes the pass back, avoids a defenseman, then had it knocked away by Schimmel, but Schimmel couldn't control it. Played ahead to Larson into the zone. Larson tried to center it. That hit Spiker. Brown in there to help out for the Knights. Puck comes around to the corner. 18 seconds to play in the period. Looks like Reuter and one of the Knights along the boards. Out of the corner, centering attempt off a stick. Brown sends it toward the net. Looking for a redirect right out in front, but a pad save made by Weddlestedt. Puck along the boards. Final seconds ticking off the clock. And the horn will sound, ending the period. And a very entertaining 2 periods of play. And our score at the end of 2, the Kansas City Stars 2, the Kansas City Knights 1. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the 3rd period. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. Teams returning to the ice as we get set to start the 3rd period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity action between the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Knights. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Clarkson Construction, a Midwest leader in delivering innovative solutions for some of the region's largest infrastructure projects. By Global Earthworks and Underground, more than 12 years of mission-critical experience, providing expert site utilities, mass excavation, and paving services. And by Crown Realty, family-owned and operated since 1973, the oldest and largest independent real estate firm in the area. We want to thank our sponsors for their support of Kansas City Stars hockey. Well, the Stars entered this 3rd period with a 2-1 lead. Each team with a goal in that 2nd period. It was Gunnar Smith with his 7th of the year, tying the game early in the period at 1-1. But Jimmy Gorder taking a pass from Truett Spiker for his 12th of the year with a minute 10 to play in that 2nd period, giving the Stars that 2-1 lead. No carryover penalties in this game, so this period, so the teams will start at full strength. Shots on goal in that 2nd period, 10 for the Stars, a 2-period total of 19, and 13 for the Knights, a 2-period total of 17. Same starting line for the Stars as they started the game. Hollis at center, Schutzler and Ben Grant. And in the face-off circle for the Knights, it'll be Gunnar Smith. And off the face-off, the puck tied up at the circle. Schutzler had it and then lost it. Here's Cunningham with it up the left-hand side. Sends it toward the net. Off the glass. It's going to be kept in by Comey along the boards. Had it chipped away. The puck's still in the zone. Just inside the blue line. And the Stars get it ahead. Shoots reaching back for it. Couldn't control it. But the puck sent in deep into the Knights' end. Cunningham with it behind the net, overskated, intercepted. Here's Schutzler with it, had it knocked off his stick. It goes to the corner. Zwillingberg back to get it for the Knights. Cuts it right in front of his own net, lost it momentarily, now regains possession. Henry Zwillingberg up the left wing side, carries it down low behind the net, still with the puck on the forehand. Blew a tire there, but the Knights still control it. Smith with it. Smith had it bounce off Emily's stick. They battle for the puck in the corner. Smith comes away with it, centering attempt. Stars deny that and played ahead by Jensen to Schutzler, who banks it off the board. The Stars making a change. Comey carries it back into the Star zone, sends it wide of the goal. It's going to be kept in by Boucher. Boucher to the corner, still with the puck on the forehand, carries it up the boards, loses the puck, comes outside the zone, so the Knights are going to have to reset. Boucher will carry it back in. Up the left wing side, gets sandwiched between a couple of Knights. There was a stick on the ice, a Boucher's stick. Otherwise, the Stars might have been able to break it out. Here's Spiker with it, had it knocked off his stick. A couple of players battling for it. Spiker gets it along the boards, leaves it there for Schimmel. Schimmel trying to skate through a couple of Knights. Had it poked to the half wall. Schimmel sends it around behind the net. That was Spiker, rather. Intercepted by the Knights. And they'll play it out of the zone. It gets underneath the stick. And let's see if they will call icing. They do. And the face-off will come back in the Knights' end. Face off to the left of the Knights' goal. The face off play to the side of the net. Paddled away by Smith. Hicks keeps it in at the point. Down to Gorder, sends it toward the net along the ice. Rebound right out front. Backhanded by Schimmel. That was blocked. Ended up wide of the goal. Battle for the puck at the side of the net. Gorder had it, tried to center, had the puck roll off the bottom of his stick. Knights able to, now they finally get it out of the zone. It Karam's right back in. And McGlynn will play it across. Knights with it. Long pass across, intercepted by Hicks. Trying to get it to Dunlop. Hit. Sends it in. Puck ends up behind the net. Gorder and McGlynn. Gorder centering pass that hit a skate, played to the corner. Grab there. And then played ahead. Here's number 16 with it. That's number 16 is Banks. Tried to get it back to Banks. Good play by Morton to deny that. Now the puck sent toward the net, but wide of the goal to the corner. Centering and tapped, intercepted by Reuter. He tried to chip it out of the zone. That hit a Knight. And now the Stars able to get it out. Banks retrieves it back and then lays it across to Dunlop. Dunlop to McGlynn. Into the Stars' end. Tillery off the boards for Reuter. Reuter backhands it in. Swan chasing after it, but the Knights will get there first. Knights come away with it. Can't see who that is. As Smith had it knocked away. A good defensive play on the back check by Josiah McRae. Long cross ice pass. Willingberg grabs it off the boards. He gets stood up just inside the zone. Stars can't clear it. Intercepted. Here's a chance for Sanders, and he wristed it wide. Sanders gets it back off the boards. Down low underneath the goal line. Had it knocked off his stick. Nearly intercepted, but a nice defensive play by Carson Reuter. And a pass ahead off the stick of Morton. And Prazel had it, passed off the stick of Zwillingbird. Emily banks it off the boards, back out to center. Morrison picks it up there and backhands it into the Stars' end as the Knights get back on side. Emily lays it ahead up the boards, intercepted there by the Knights. Centering pass right out in front. Sanders got tied up, couldn't control it. Now sends it back behind the net. Up to the corner, Larson. Now to Morrison. Morrison and Larson. Morrison comes away with it, sends it toward the net. Pass save made by Weddlestedt. Along the boards, it's out of the zone by Jensen. Schuster tried to grab after it, but puck sent in deep, and Morrison will pick it up there for the Knights. Morrison into the zone, knocked off the puck. Ahead to Schutzler. Schutzler with a nice move, carries it in. Schutzler tried to get around Grant, still with a puck. Schutzler with a nice move. Schutzler plays it back, and he scores! He tried to dangle it across. I think the puck got underneath Smith. And the Stars are taking a 3-1 lead with 10-12 to play in the third period. It was Tyler Collis who got the goal. I thought it was Schutzler. Schutzler took it in. The puck came out on the stick of Collis. And Tyler Collis will get his first goal as a Kansas City Knights varsity player. Off the face-off, it's played into the zone. Hicks with it. Hicks plays it around the boards. Cunningham pinching in. Keeps it in. Cunningham with the puck. Plays it along the blue line. Then over skates and chipped out of his zone. Good play by Spiker to try to pass it to himself, but an equally good play by number 77 for the Knights. Puck at the side of the net. The Stars get back there and deflect it behind the goal. That's Bo Smith, number 77, in case you were wondering. Cunningham not able to keep it in, sends it back in. Should have been offside, but the Stars recover and get it back out. Pass too far for Spiker, sent in to the zone. Comey with Spiker on the forecheck. Comey avoids one Star, now another Star. Chips it ahead, tries to chase it down himself, but a good play by Porter. Larson in to help out, has the puck up the right wing side. Tillery put a body on him. Puck behind the net. Things starting to get even more physical. There's a big hit behind the net. Centering a pass, but Porter there for the Stars to clear it away. Up off the boards. Spiker with it. Spiker puts on the brakes, has Porter. Fire with a shot. And I think Smith might have got a piece of that off the glass. Puck comes across corner, spins it toward the net. That was blocked out in front by one of the Knights who was sliding along the ice. Porter with it back. Porter tried to get a pass out. Gets it over to Spiker. Spiker trying to weave his way through players. Had it knocked off his stick. Now we have a whistle. And we have a penalty coming up. An elbowing call. This is going to go against the Knights. The Stars will go back on the fireball power play. The penalty to Charlie Larson, elbowing. Time of the penalty, 6:18. And the Stars back on the power play for the second time in this game. Stars' first penalty was abbreviated as they picked up a penalty midway through and not able to convert. Now we have something going on over at the, what do we got going on over the Knights bench? I guess, nope, everything's okay. Puck tied up in the circle, picked up by the Knights and sent in. Pull a puck in the side of the net, came right back out, and that was took a dangerous bounce. Schutzler back for the Stars to get it. As Weddlestedt kind of let that one go, and I never saw the carom. Intercepted inside the zone as the Stars turn it over. Dunlop, good job on the forecheck. Stars now able to get it through center. Tillery with it. Tillery over to Hicks. Hicks circles it back near the blue line, lays it across, and Swan not able to keep it in. The Stars will have to reset. Schutzler back to get it. Schutzler off the stick of Tillery. McCray with it. McCray carries it in at the blue line, sends it across. Intercepted by McGlynn, who sends it back deep into the Stars' end. A minute 15 left on the penalty. Josiah McCray plays it over to Swan. Good forecheck by Dunlop, but McCray back to help out. Banks it off the boards and sent right back in. This one will go in on net, and Weddlestedt will play it across for Swan. Swan's pass was off the stick of Smith, who was in. Smith with the puck, avoids the check, still with it, but a nice play by Swan to pickpocket him. Then he has the stick taken away, and now we got a penalty coming up. We're going to have a slashing call, and this is going to go against the Knights. Looks like it's going to be Gunnar Smith going to the box for slashing at the 7:33 mark of the second period. And the Stars are going to have a 5-on-3 power play for 45 seconds. A huge opportunity in this game for the Stars. Back to the point. Jensen with it, plays it across the Gorder. Gorder looking to tee one up, brings it in, shot! And that'll be gloved and held. A nice save by Trent Smith. Face-off will be to the left of the Knights' goal. The face-off, puck wide of the goal. Grant will chase it down in the corner. Grant brings it out top of the circle, now into the slider. Grant with a shot. That was deflected over the net. Centering attempt denied there. Now the puck right out front, swiped away by Smith. Puck comes to the corner. Spiker will pick it up with the Stars. Spiker back to Grant at the point. Grant skates it in, down low to Spiker. Spiker with a shot, and he lifted it over the crossbar. Kept into the point by Jensen. Jensen down low, 9 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Borger with it, back to Jensen. Jensen sends it toward the net. Got him! Save it! Score! Jensen off the rebound. Jensen gets the shot in. And it was knocked in with 6:41 to play. It looks like it was Ashton Schimmel. Schimmel gets the goal. And the Stars have taken a 4-1 lead, a power play goal. Well, just as, let's see, they're going to say the penalty had expired, so it's a power play goal, but the first penalty had just expired. And so the second player come out of the box, had the goal come about 2 seconds earlier, Stars would still be on a power play. Sanders with a puck. Sanders skates it up left wing side. Sanders along the blue line, had it poked off the stick. And played back to Sanders. Over the puck, a good play by Porter to knock it away. Schimmel in to help out. Spiker picks up the loose puck for the Stars. Spiker backhands it over to Emily. Emily off the boards for Schimmel. Got a stick on the ice. One of the Knights tried to pick it up from the bench. A hit along the boards. The puck still loose at center. And here's a chance for Smith. Smith up the right-hand side. Smith with a shot. And he lifted it over the net. Off the glass. Kept in by McGlynn. McGlynn cycles it down over to Sanders. Sanders, top of the circle, had it poked away. Now a pass across off the stick. But Smith was there for the Knights. And the Stars regain possession inside their own blue line. It's Brody Jensen with it. Jensen will send this in, bouncing in. Stick save to the corner by Smith. Played back to the point. McCray was just coming on, couldn't get there in time, but the Stars will reset. Pass back to McCray off a stick. And Brown inside his own blue line. This pass off Swanstick as he reaches back for it. It goes into the net. Larson will get there first for the Knights. Larson takes a bump, goes to his knees, gets back down. Now gets knocked back down, and now we got a hit from behind, and the Stars are going to pick up a penalty. Penalty to Brody Jensen. It's going to be 2 minutes for roughing. Lauren Schimmel, that was his 6th of the year. Penalty to Brody Jensen comes at the 9:42 mark of the second period. Second power play opportunity for the Knights. Off the face-off. Here's a backhander and a nice save made by Weddlestead. Clearing attempt was fanned on, kept in the point by Cunningham. Cunningham with ice through, top of the circle. Shot that was blocked out in front. Brown with it in the slot area. He'll send it toward the net. Got deflected over the goal. Backhander by Hicks, kept in at the high point. But a good play by Schutzler. And here's Schutzler in on a breakaway. Schutzler to the backhand. Schutzler with the backhand, and it's underneath the pads of Trent Smith. Schutzler went to the backhand. A couple of the Knights got back on defense and kind of slowed down the breakaway, but Justin Schutzler doing a great job, nearly putting the Stars up 5-1. A nice play by Trent Smith to deny it. .449 to play in the game. 1:31 left on the Knights power play. Off the face-off, the puck goes to the corner. Smith behind his own net. Gunnar Smith will bring it out. Plays it ahead to Banks. Banks into the zone, trying to go wide on Emily. Emily doing a good job. Puck in this behind the net. Played around the boards and comes all the way out of the zone. Cunningham back to get it for the Knights. Nearly lost an edge. Regains his balance. Pass too far for Zwillingberg. Emily and Zwillingberg going to the boards. Emily chips it over to Grant. Grant with a puck on edge, settles it down, and fires it the length of the ice. Just under a minute left on the Knights power play. Good play by Collis on the forecheck. He poked it away momentarily from Cunningham. Still putting some pressure on it. Now the Knights bring it out. Smith up the right wing side. Good play by Tillery. Shot right through the slot area. Off the boards, Cunningham tried to tee one up. That was blocked. Now played across. A good stick by Emily to knock it away. A couple players battle for it. Puck down along the board, centering attempt. Grant will pick it up for the Stars, and he'll fire it in. They sent Smith to the bench, so it's empty net at the other end. Power play still going for another 13 seconds. Back to the point, Zwillingbird off his stick, played across, sent toward the net, along the ice, and a save made by Weddlestedt, and he covers up the rebound. Five seconds left on the power play. And a strange situation when I saw Smith heading to the bench. I looked back to see if there was a penalty call on the Stars, but he was just heading back to the bench for the extra attacker. Right now it's 6-on-4, but the Stars penalty will be over here in 5 seconds. Empty net at the other end as the Knights try to get back in this game, trailing by 3 off the face-off, the puck to the corner. Battle for it along the boards, penalty over. Stars back at full strength. Puck still tied up along the boards, now dug out by the Knights. Empty net back at the other end. Here's Spiker, tried to backhand it down off his stick. He did get it out of the zone, however. Zwillingbird circles it back in, avoids the defender. Somebody lost the stick. I think it was one of the Knights, or no, it was Zwillingbird rather. Stars will send it the length of the ice, well wide of the goal, and that'll be an icing call against the Stars to face off back in the Stars' end. Still have the empty net at the other end, and now the Knights are going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:54 to play. You're watching Kansas City Stars high school hockey. Out of the timeout, the face-off will be in the Stars' end. 2:54 to play. The Stars have a 4-1 lead, and at the other end of the ice, an empty net as the Knights will have the extra attacker on as they try to get back into this game here in the final 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Banks and Schimmel face it off out in the slot area. Here's a shot by Smith. And a sliding Star deflected it wide, still in the zone. Now the Stars get it out of the zone. And the linesman held up. Schimmel with it. Schimmel's going to skate in. And they're going to whistle that for offsides of the linesman. Now the linesman apologizing to Jimmy Gordon. That was probably one of the best checks of the game. Meanwhile, Schimmel was in all alone with an empty net, and they blew the whistle for an offsides with 2:42 to play. Well, if it were a close game, I'd harass them more, and I know sometimes the officials can't get out of the way. They do their best. Gorder was trying to get around him. Now off the face-off, Reuter will send it in. Bouncing puck settled down by Larson. Larson pass up off a stick, intercepted by Spiker over to Reuter, or Gorder rather. Hicks battling for it. Puck just inside the blue line. Still inside the zone. Hicks comes away with it. Stars try to get it out. Now they do. Here's Schimmel up the left wing side with Gorder cutting toward it. Empty net at the other end, but a good back check by Dunlap. Sent toward the net by Schimmel and blocked there in front by the Knights. Back the other way is Sanders. But he made one too many moves by Smith and offsides. And a face-off outside the Star zone with 2:06 to play. Battle for the puck in the circle. Sanders comes away with it over to Boucher. Boucher still with it, avoid some stick work by Morton and a whistle. Puck brought in offside and a shot right at the whistle. It was not sure who was in offside, but the Face-off will come outside the zone. 1:58 to play. Stars with a 3-goal lead. Empty net at the other end. 6 skaters on the ice for the Knights. Puck tied up in the circle. Sanders comes away with it for the Knights. Grant lost his 6. Sanders with a nice move, then had the puck out of his way. Sanders got his elbows up high, still with the puck. In the slide area, good back check by Grant. Here's a shot right on. Save made by Weddlestead. And no rebound, the puck held in the glove of Caleb Weddlestead. 1:43 to play. Might be the longest minute 43 in Stars hockey history. The way things are going. Shot off the face-off, and that's gloved and held by Weddlestead. Face-off again to the left of the Stars goal. Tillery backhands it up the board. Smith will get there first for the Knights. Takes a hit by Collis. Picks up there by Schutzler. Schutzler will fire it. Justin Schutzler makes it 5-1. With 1:26 to play. And now Smith will come in, as that should pretty much do it here with just 1:26 to play. Schutzler off the face-off, plays it in. It's look ahead. Schutzler stepped in front of the clearing attempt, still with a puck knocked away, and this puck cleared out of the zone by the Knights. Emily just inside his own blue line. Emily plays it ahead too far, grabbed there by Prazel. Prazel's pass was off the stick of Collis and ends up on the Knights bench. For Justin Schutzler, his 5th goal of the year. Stars in this game with 5 different goal scorers. They're going to move the face-off down into the Knight zone to the right of Smith. Puck at the side of the net. Played around the boards. Reuter will keep it in at the point. Chips it down low. Morton was there. The puck behind the net. Swan with it. Centering attempt. Denied by the Knights. And played out of the wall, and we're going to have got a whistle. We got a penalty coming up. Is that a penalty? No, no penalty. Not sure they blew the whistle. We'll have a face-off in the zone. I thought there might have been a penalty there. The referee looked like he was pointing to someone, but no call. Up the boards, Reuter. Down low. Puck in the corner, backhanded behind the net. A couple of players battle for it. Things start to get a little bit chippy. McCray gets knocked down. Stars fans wanted a call there. 35 seconds left. McCray and one of the Knights battled for it. Still behind the net. And now referee's seen enough. As McCray and one of the Knights pushing and shoving behind the net. And it looks like the referee's going to probably send them both. We'll see here. Anyway, McCray for the Stars, Prazel for the Knights. Offsetting penalties at the 14:32 mark of the second period. We'll skate 5-on-5. 27 and 8, 10 seconds to play in the game. The face-off is picked up by Spiker with a shot, and that's gobbled up by Smith. Face off in that same plate to the right of the Knights goal. Controlled by the Knights. The Stars keep it in Schimmel momentarily. Now the Knights will fire at the length of the ice. We'll have an icing call with 18 4/10 to play.
Jimmy hasn't moved the whole time. Don't move.
Again, the face-off to the right of the Knights goal. Final seconds here. Stars with a 5-1 lead, and at this point, you can certainly breathe easy for the last couple of minutes. Brought in by Goins, but the Knights were a step off sides. So we'll have a face-off outside the zone. Played in the Stars end. Hicks sends it around the boards. It'll be kept in by Morrison. He'll send it toward the net off the glass. Puck turns up there for horn sound. Ending the game. The Kansas City Stars have won it. They beat the Kansas City Knights. The final score, Stars 5, Knights 1. The Stars extend their lead over the Knights in the league standings by 3 points as they pick up their 10th win of the year. 5 different goal scorers for the Stars and a very solid effort and goal by Caleb Weddlestedt as he picks up the win. And these two teams, they played 3 times. Each team now with a win and a tie, and I believe they have one more game here later this month. So one more opportunity to see these two teams play a very entertaining hockey game against 2 very, I think, evenly matched teams. Shots on goal in the game, the Stars with 26, Knights with 21. Stars will be back in action Sunday morning, 9:10 a.m. for another game against the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. We'll have the broadcast live here on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel, 9:10 a.m. Sunday morning. I want to thank you for watching. Once again, our final score, the Kansas City Stars 5, the Kansas City Knights 1. Thank you for watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey.